dive straight into the life of a former slave turned influential philosopher Epictetus. Born in the 1st century AD, Epictetus started life in chains, enslaved in the heart of the Roman Empire, far from the comforts of freedom and privilege. Yet life had a remarkable journey in store for him, one that would take him from the depths of servitude to the heights of philosophical enlightenment. Epictetus was not just any slave, he served in the household of Nero's secretary, Epaphroditus, who valued education and allowed Epictetus to study Stoic philosophy. This exposure to the world of ideas ignited a flame within him that would burn throughout his life. When freedom came, it didn't bring a sigh of relief but a wave of responsibility. Epictetus took it upon himself to become a torchbearer of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emphasizes the importance of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. He moved to Nicopolis in western Greece, where he established a philosophical school inspiring scores of students with his wisdom and teachings. Epictetus's philosophy was not just theoretical, it was deeply practical. He believed that philosophy should not just be studied, but lived. His teachings revolved around the idea that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. He championed the notion of inner freedom, a concept that resonated deeply with his own life experiences. His influence was far-reaching. His teachings were penned down by his student Arrian in the form of the Discourses and the Enchiridion, which continue to inspire and guide individuals across the globe even today. From Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius to modern self-improvement seekers, Epictetus's wisdom continues to find relevance and resonance. So who was Epictetus? He was a man who transformed his chains into a philosophy of freedom, a slave who became a teacher, a thinker who believed in the power of the human spirit to rise above circumstances. This remarkable journey from slave to philosopher shaped Epictetus's views on life and habits, which we will explore next. Let's dive into the depths of the quote, "What assistance can we find in the fight against habit? Try the opposite." This intriguing statement by Epictetus, a renowned Stoic philosopher, is laden with profound wisdom. To truly understand this quote, we need to break it down into simpler terms. What assistance can we find in the fight against habit? Here, Epictetus acknowledges the struggle we often face when trying to break free from our habits. Whether it's a habit of procrastination, unhealthy eating, or negative thinking, we've all experienced how challenging it can be to change those ingrained patterns. So what's the solution? Epictetus suggests trying the opposite. This might sound overly simplistic, but it's a powerful strategy deeply rooted in the Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to control our actions and reactions, even if we can't control external events. It's about acknowledging our habits, understanding their impact on our lives, and then consciously choosing to act differently. When Epictetus says try the opposite, he's encouraging us to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge the status quo of our habitual behaviors, and to consciously choose a different path. Let's take a common habit as an example. Procrastination. Many of us fall into the trap of delaying tasks, resulting in a constant cycle of stress and guilt. Following Epictetus's advice, we would combat procrastination by doing the opposite, taking immediate action. Instead of pushing tasks to a later time, we would start them right away, challenging the habit head-on. However, it's crucial to remember the context in which Epictetus shared this wisdom. He lived in a time when life was harsh and people had to be resilient to survive. Stoicism was a practical philosophy, aimed at enhancing the quality of life amidst adversity. Epictetus himself was born a slave, and he used Stoicism to rise above his circumstances. His advice to try the opposite was a testament to his belief in the power of personal choice and resilience. Stoic philosophy views habits not as permanent fixtures, but as flexible patterns that can be changed with conscious effort. By suggesting the power of opposition, Epictetus invites us to take charge of our actions, to be proactive rather than reactive. It's not about being perfect, but about making a consistent effort to improve, to grow, and to become the best versions of ourselves. So when faced with a habit that's holding you back, remember Epictetus's advice, try the opposite. Challenge your habitual patterns, step out of your comfort zone, and take control of your actions. It's a powerful strategy that can lead to profound personal growth. As Epictetus suggested, the key to combating ingrained habits lies in the power of opposition. But how can we apply this ancient wisdom in 2024? Fast forward to 2024, and the wisdom of Epictetus still holds relevance. Now that we've delved into who Epictetus was and broken down his famous quote, let's explore how we can apply his wisdom in our contemporary times. Firstly, let's tackle the realm of health and fitness. Picture your routine. You've been jogging the same path every morning for the past year. The scenery is familiar, the challenge is gone, and you're not getting the results you want. Epictetus would suggest you try the opposite. Instead of jogging, why not try swimming or cycling? By switching up your routine, you're challenging your body in new ways, breaking the habit of an unproductive exercise regimen and potentially rekindling your passion for fitness. Next, consider your diet. You've been eating the same meals day in and day out. Your taste buds are bored and you're not getting the nutrition you need. Again, try the opposite. Swap out processed foods for fresh fruits and vegetables. Exchange your daily soda for a glass of water. By making these changes, you're breaking the habit of unhealthy eating and taking steps towards a healthier lifestyle. Thirdly, think about your work life. You've been stuck in the same job, performing the same tasks day after day. You're not growing or learning anything new. What would Epictetus say? You guessed it, try the opposite. Seek out new responsibilities at work, cross-train in a different department, or even consider a career change. By breaking out of your work routine, you're opening yourself up to new experiences, skills, and opportunities. Now let's move on to social interactions. You've been hanging out with the same group of friends, doing the same things, having the same conversations. Your social life has become a monotonous cycle. Here's where Epictetus's wisdom comes into play. Try the opposite. Attend a meetup for a hobby you're interested in, strike up a conversation with a stranger, or volunteer for a cause you care about. By breaking the habit of sticking to your comfort zone, you're expanding your social circle and enriching your life with diverse perspectives. Fifthly, let's talk about personal growth. You've been reading the same type of books, listening to the same type of music, watching the same type of movies. Your personal growth has plateaued. Epictetus would advise you to try the opposite. Pick up a book on a topic you know nothing about. Explore music from a different culture. Watch a movie in a genre you usually avoid. By breaking the habit of staying within your comfort zone, you're broadening your horizons and stimulating your personal growth. Lastly, consider your mindset. You've been stuck in the same thought patterns, the same beliefs, the same attitudes. Your mindset is stagnant. Epictetus would encourage you to try the opposite. Challenge your beliefs, question your assumptions, and adopt a growth mindset. By breaking the habit of a fixed mindset, you're fostering a love for learning and a resilience to change. Each of these examples illustrates how trying the opposite can break unhelpful habits and lead to self-improvement. And in the grand scheme of things, isn't self-improvement what we all strive for? The beauty of Epictetus's wisdom is that it is timeless and adaptable. It's as applicable today, in 2024, as it was in ancient Greece. So, in the fight against habit, remember to try the opposite. As Epictetus suggested, you might be surprised at the results. You've now journeyed through the life of Epictetus and uncovered the meaning of his timeless quote. Isn't it fascinating how wisdom from centuries ago can still resonate with us today? Imagine the possibilities if we could break free from our habits that no longer serve us. Imagine if we could try the opposite. What changes could that bring? What new paths could that open? The beauty of Epictetus's wisdom is that it calls for action, for change. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge our habits, and to explore the unexplored. This is your chance to make a difference, not only in your life, but potentially in the lives of others too. Because when we change, the world around us changes. We invite you to share in the comments how you plan to try the opposite in your life. Don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening content.